Welcome back. Today I want to talk about NotebookLM and its learning mode. So what you do is, first off, you just go to notebooklm.google.com and you log in with a Google account, and free accounts are fine with this. And then you'll have to either create a new notebook, or if you have an existing notebook, you can go into it. And you'll have to add at least one source. So if it's a new notebook, then this window will pop up automatically. If not, you'll have to click Add Sources here and then add at least one source. And what this is basically the normal way that the chat section here and just a lot of the chat bots in general work is like you ask a question and then it gives you an answer. It looks up an answer, whether it's online with the NotebookLM, it'll look in your sources, wherever it is, it'll just look for the answer and give you the answer. But sometimes you don't want that. Sometimes you want to actually learn the topic, but you just don't really know how or where to start or whatever. So what NotebookLM has in here is a learning mode where it won't just give you the answer. It will work kind of like a tutor, where it will help guide you to the answer. So what you do once you have a notebook created and at least one source, you click right here in the chat area where it says Configure Notebook. And right here in the top, it lets you define your conversational goal, style, or role, and default is just default, and it's general purpose research and brainstorming tasks. But then you have this other option here that's learning guide. And what you can do is, even if you don't really know where to start or anything, like what to ask, you don't really have to. So once you come in here and you select learning guide, it'll actually just put in a default prompt and it will start guiding you through it. So I'll switch to learning guide here, and it says here, best for educational content, helping you grasp new concepts and skills efficiently. No problem. You can choose your response length. If you haven't really used NotebookLM, I would just leave it on default, because longer and shorter are both based off of default. So if you don't know what that is, longer and shorter don't really make any sense. And then once you save it, let's say I didn't actually add a prompt here, but now it has a prompt in here, and it's just, I want to learn about these sources using learning guide. And then it's going to scan your source or sources, and then it's going to come in here and it has some stuff in here. It's like, let me know your goals, basically. And then you now just go back and forth with the chat section to start learning stuff. And in this case, it's like, are you a complete beginner? Are you reviewing for a class? And or you just want to start with the basics? This is a trigonometry notebook and trigonometry sources, which is all about triangles. So it's like, let's just start with the right triangles. So let's say I'm a complete beginner and I click on this, and then now it's just going to keep going back and forth, and it's going to keep going back to the sources and then extracting data and then start guiding you through stuff. Again, this is if you don't really have something that you want to learn or you just don't know where to start. You don't have to even do it this way. You can just turn it on to learning guide and then come down here and then just put in what you want to learn. So you can go in kind of either direction, but again, if you don't know where to start, you can just go through, change the mode, and then answer the questions, and then it'll just keep going through your sources and then giving you information and guiding you through whatever. So it's a really good way to not just get the answer and to actually, be part of the learning process and, use the tools to kind of help you level up, not just use the tools to just do it for you. So again, this is NotebookLM, and you just have to have a notebook created. So either create a new one, or if you have one, just go into it, add at least one source, and then click on the Configure Notebook right above the chat section, and then switch over to Learning Guide. And once you do that and save, it will just start going through prompts. You can stop that and then ask your own question, or just go through the prompts that it has and answer the questions, and it will guide you through whichever topic. So give that a try and ask us questions if you have them, and we'll see you next time.